Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban. It's me again. Today I want to talk to you young men out there about money. And why I want to have this conversation or this monologue, this is not a conversation unless you leave your feedback, um, is because, I grew up in a culture where we were not allowed to talk about money really. Money was one of those things that, you just don't talk about. Everyone feels embarrassed, when it comes to talking about money. And that's largely because, we didn't have a lot of it. And so, you know, we grew up believing that money isn't important. And so everyone tells you, don't worry about it, money isn't important. What's important is family and love and religion, and as long as God is with you, you'll be okay. Now, that is true. That, of course, there's no denying that all those things are important, and there's no denying that for as long as God or Allah is with you, you would be fine. But these are not mutually exclusive things, okay? We tended to present religion and life as being, the antithesis of wealth, because we see wealth and money as being part of uh, materialism. And that's not necessarily the case. And so you grow up never addressing the topic of money, never really having serious discussions around money or money matters. And then many people, in this culture, they grow up financially illiterate. They don't learn how to manage money at school. They don't learn how to manage money at home. They eventually, become adults, get their first jobs, start earning their first, uh, money, and find that they don't really know, how to look after it, you know, and then go on to being, uh, financially retarded and in debt often because they just, were taught that money isn't important. And so I'm here to tell you, young people, that money is important, that money within itself doesn't mean anything except that what it can do for you, you know, and what you can accomplish through money as a medium or as a means. So sure, money in itself, a whole lot of money sitting in the bank doesn't mean anything. But when you take that money and you use it to achieve financial stability, when you invest it, when you start to buy properties which you don't owe money on, etc., having money then can make your life a lot more, you know, a lot more convenient, easier. It can help you in your marriage and help you try to um, put your children in good schools and also help them get a good education. So all those things can be achieved through money, um, which kind of sounds like stating the obvious. Um, However, when you're growing up, um, at least in the culture I grew up in, it is not that obvious. Okay, we are sort of, or we are taught to all look past this thing called money. So, my advice to you, young people starting out in life, is that when you start your first job, try your best to save as much money as you can. And not only save your money, but invest it. Try to make your money grow in some way through either investing in businesses, that can share some of their profits with you, putting it in profit sharing accounts, uh, maybe even in stable stocks like uh, I don't know, gold maybe, or something that, retains its value over a long period. And just making sure that you will eventually be in a position where you would be financially stable. I mean, for various people that would mean different things. But it would be nice that when you start to become more serious in life, you find yourself in a position where you at least have a deposit for your first home loan. You have a deposit, at least you can reduce your repayments on the home loan, or you could purchase your first car cash, a used car cash, why not, etc. Or for example, you may decide to go into business, and you find that you at least have some capital, in the form of your savings and investments, that you can now invest in your own business idea. You don't need to go run around to banks trying to get a loan, and which is very difficult to do when you don't have money to begin with. You might be able to get the loan if you actually have some capital saved up. So what I'm saying basically to all of you is try to develop a good relationship with money. Money in itself is not evil. People say money is the root to all evil. No, it's not. It's what you do with it. Some people do very good things with their money. Some people do very bad things with their money. Some people have lots of money. Some people have a little money. It doesn't mean that the one who has lots of money is necessarily evil. We need to get over those types of ideas. Um, money is just a medium. It's a means. It's a currency, and it can help you do many good things. And of course, if you wanted to, you could do many bad things with it too. So money in itself is not the issue. Um, but do, from your very first job, from the very beginning, don't get carried away with, we all do, when we start earning money, we get carried away with the fact that we now earn our own money, and we feel like we want to spend it, we want to have a good time, we want to go out there, we want to live a certain lifestyle that is going to require our entire salaries. Um, Always live below your means, right? Always live below your means. Try to save as much as you can, even if you could save half of your income by living below your means, do so, okay? Because eventually what you want is financial freedom, financial independence, meaning you want to live a life where you are not paying a bond, you are not doing car repayments, you own your house, you own your car, you own all your assets, and you are not in debt at all. That would be where you'd want to be, and it's quite possible if you work wisely with your money. It would require sacrifice, it would require living below your means, it would require saying no to yourself to things that you might really want, and also no to other people, and eventually you will get there. And um, yeah, so that's one step, closer to being financially free or financially independent. Thank you very much.